Welcome to our weekly series with Ambassador Dr. Smiley. Dr. Smiley, Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year to you and your audience. Super excited.
Very,
2026.
very good, very good, very good. Um, I'm Momodou Sawaneh here in New York. So Dr. Smiley is you are in Dallas, right?
Yes.
Dallas, US. Welcome, welcome. So last time we had this topic that we couldn't cover. We apologize for that to our
Yeah.
audience, which is the way to embrace 2026. What are the ways we can embrace the new year? There are a lot of ways to embrace the new year's. Today we're gonna start exploring some of these ways so that our audience can also relate to it. It could be beneficial to them as also a motivation and also a way to think through some of the things that they can also exploit to make 2026 better. So, Dr. Smiley, what are some of the ways we can embrace this year? Just list us some, and then we can talk. Each one by one.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much, audience. Wish you all a very fantabulous year ahead. We are heading on a blissful year, you know, with a wonderful host here and all. I always call him a host come friend. That's the way to address the floor. And I would love to engage more and more audience. Keep engaging with us for our weekly session. We keep bringing you new topics. But to start the session, my apologies for just skipping the last session, which we will cover up today, because I always believe that always remain unapologetically powerful. So that
Thank you,
should be
thank you,
the that
thank
that
you.
should be that should be the jump start. What do you say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That should, that should. You look like you are in a good spirit. I'm pretty sure your 2026 has kicked off, very smoothly. Hopefully, this momentum could be more and more positive things coming along. Everybody should be
Absolutely,
feeling that way.
absolutely. It's likewise. And
Right.
likewise, also, I always believe that the journey is not alone. The struggle which you make, but people are joining just like you all are a part of my journey, especially you being my real guest, hosting me as a guest, but I feel that you are a guest and I am hosting this show. How about that?
Very good, very good. It could be around that. It could be the same way too. Like you can switch it that way. We can just look at it from that angle. Now, Dr.
Yes,
Smiley, 2025, we have to be appreciative about it
yes,
because without 2025 we wouldn't have 2026, right? We cannot jump it.
absolutely.
You have to go through it in despite the ups and downs, and then the experiences, but we have to be appreciative because you know why I always tell people, the good thing about the past is that we cannot bring them back. Anything that happened in the past, cannot bring it back. You just have to reflect on it, either good memory or bad memory, and appreciate it as how it went, but it's something that you cannot bring back. So that's how special, the past is. So 2025 is the past now. So of course things that happen there, we have to appreciate them, and then keep them. If we experience something that is not positive, then we learn from it. If we experience something there that is positive, then we embrace that and kind of replicate that 2026. What do you think about that?
Absolutely, absolutely. I always believe that past teaches us lots of lessons.
Yeah.
But my first request to each and every one, let's not be in the past. It's just an experience, one
Okay.
chapter, one
Okay.
page. We need to move on, but with the lesson learned.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's a way, I always
Right.
look at it. Yeah.
Very good. Now, so what are the? Let's go step by step. What are some of the things that we have to embrace this New Year's for? Since today is on the 7th of January, and
Yes.
there's a lot of anticipation, a lot of energy coming from 2020, 2025. Some people have, like I said, good experience. Some have, different experience. Some have negative experience. Some are planning to do better in other sectors. So
Uh-huh.
let's look at, one by one, which areas you think that we can look at in order to embrace this coming year, and then see how we can make it better for ourselves.
The first thing for all the audience and whosoever engaging with us, the first thing everyone has to start engage with our weekly show, your page and my page. That way they get aligned with what wonder we are bringing in line. Make sense?
Yes, yes. First of all, our audience, keep looking out for this show. We usually do it. We usually get features every week around the middle of the week. So keep on the lookout. Weekly show. It's a weekly series with Dr. Smiley and Dr. Momodou Sawaneh. So keep your eye out for this show. It's very educative, engaging, and it's about sustainability. Making sure you learn a lot within your capacity, how you can get better from your own capacity and grow. So, and it is a self reflection and a self improvement engagement that will be very beneficial to all. So keep looking out. So this is what one thing that one of the ways we can embrace this coming year. Thank you for bringing that up, Dr. Smile.
Absolutely, absolutely. It goes, without saying. And
Yeah,
more than that, it's very interactive. And we would love to make it more enjoyable, more entertaining, and more open floor for more people for their comments to reply on very, very productively and remaining very natural and transparent. No AI version.
yeah. No, no, no AI Bison. We are not. Well, I mean, we are not into that. We were real. We are into something real, and then we also wanna make it everything interactive. Now, feel free to make your comments, like Dr. Smiley said. This year, 2026, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have a lot of resolution on the table. Some people, I've seen some people going to the gym. The gyms are full. just I just came from one today. I couldn't have a machine to work out on. And you see that in the beginning of the year. For some reason, there are some people who has this mentality.
Oh, yeah.
Since the clock tick uh, January 1st, they come with this thing written down. I have to lose weight. I have to work out more. I have to eat less. I have to take this kind of vacation. I have to, make this kind of money. I have to buy this and that. So the list goes on. Now, what do you think people should be looking out in order to embrace 2026? You think they should be looking out more on these resolutions, or they should have to find a different approach?
Well, I have a long list. I don't fall into the kind of categories which you have just spoken. To be honest with you, number one
Why not?
is
Why not?
no, 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 no.
Why not?
Number one,
Why not? You
is
don't,
no,
why don't
no,
you fall?
no, 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 no. Number one
Mhm,
is that step into this year with
uh-huh.
three powerful C.
How many?
Three powerful C. Okay.
Okay. Three powerful
Any
C.
guess?
What are those things?
Okay. Any guess from the audience? If not, let's roll over. Courage,
Mm-hmm.
clarity, and
Mm-hmm.
overall confidence. These three things should be your key in your wallet. We all make resolutions, like you mentioned. I want to lose weight. The fitness center is full right
Yeah.
now. You see, in the mid of the year is empty
Yes,
because
because
because it's the resolution I want to impress.
mhm,
But my giveaway to everyone is that it's good to make resolutions to impress, to
right.
talk to the world, but try to make the resolution to yourself. Yourself.
What do you
How?
mean by that?
Oh, yes, like I mentioned, courage, clarity, top it up with confidence.
Okay,
Courage.
can you break it down each of these? Well, what do you mean by courage?
Oh, have the courage to
Hmm.
turn into the difficult path to right path. Do not follow others because we have a habit of following other path. Create that path and make it a possible way. Number one. Number two, clarity.
Hmm.
Have that resolution to yourself with your mind, not fickle mind, not copying others, not following others.
Right.
If you have set up something, put your clarity. That means control your emotions. When you control your emotions, you have better power of creativity. That creativity creates the possibility. And when you have these two, you
Hmm.
should have the confidence, not just just have a resolution.
So you mean
Be-
it's better to have those three things than to even come with a resolution, because
uh,
these three things can cover any resolution. They can kind of like be embodied any resolution you can think of, or from these three things, any resolution can emerge.
yeah, absolutely. Because that's what I tell you. Let's have the
Mm.
session in the mid of the year, and you come back and tell me, hey, Smiley, January 7th, the fitness center was full. I was hardly getting a treadmill to
A
lay my
workout on,
hands on.
right?
And the mid of the
But in
year,
June,
the mid of
there
the
are
year,
too
you tell
many.
me.
Yeah, that time the resolution is gone already. Now,
Yeah,
right. So that's a good observation that you mentioned here about, these three attributes, or these three items, courage, the three C's, so people can remember. So as Dr. Smiley mentioned, you have to have the
just
courage.
Smiley, just Smiley.
Okay, as Smiley mentioned, she prefer to be, she want to be modest, prefer to be called Smiley in the middle of the show, which is fine. But in the introduction, we will introduce you as Dr. Smiley. But I will just remember that. Now, what he's talking is very important. The three C's is very important to remember those. It's very important to remember those. Very, very important. Um, Courage, um, courage, um, confidence,
Clarity.
clarity, and then confidence. Confidence, right? Clarity and confidence. So the courage means, you should be able to courageous to do whatever you feel is good for you, right? You'll feel like it's gonna be a successful things for you to do without having a fear, or having to have two mind because somebody is saying this, or having doubt about something. Second, clarity, to be focus oriented, making sure you're clear what you're doing. You don't have to be like saying, okay, wizzy waza, not sure, or all of that. And the third thing is, after you have those two, you are becoming more confident in doing what you're doing. So I think that's how she's breaking it down. Now, having to have all that embodied, then whatever resolution you're thinking of, this could be a guideline to that, so that you don't have to be like in the middle of the year. You say, okay, I want to lose weight, and next thing you know, after 3 months, instead of going to the gym, you start forgetting about that. Because this whole resolution thing is just for a couple of months, because the new year's change, and it's just a general phenomenon that people would just come and say New Year's resolution, just like a hype. But the most important things is having these three C's to guide you as a framework to whatever goals or whatever plans you have for the year, and you can stay, right within those plans to make sure that you get your, goals accomplished. Am I correct?
Absolutely. I mean, you forgot
Very
one
good.
thing, resolution to yourself first.
Resolution to yourself instead of resolution, having a general resolution. So all that will, what will embodies or guide resolution to yourself, because if you have all these three C's, that will be like a framework. Now, Dr. Smiley, moving forward, we have seen that people have embraced New Year's in a different manner. Some, you know, they 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 still are feeling anxieties or some of the bad experience from the past year. Um, so those kind of experience, how would you advise those people to be able to embrace this New Year's in a manner that they can overcome those kind of bad experiences or bad, mishaps that happens during the past year?
Yes, I would like to address this, like I mentioned, that past teaches us lots of lesson. It could be good, it could be bad. It
Right.
could be good people, it could be bad people. But we learn out of that. And that gives us
Hmm.
a strength over clarity. And when we have that confidence, we have bitter experience. I have so much of bitter experience. You won't believe that. I mean, before we wrap up the session, I would like to give my piece of advice, what I learned from 2025, and that advice could definitely be a helping tool for everyone out here. In this, the question which you have asked is one of them as well. Listen me out very carefully. All situations, experience comes for a good reason. And nothing in life is permanent, is temporary. We have to have that, one of these C, clarity, and then that confidence. It happened for a good reason. I learned out of it, but I am fearlessly powerful to move ahead. I learned a lot. Thank you, 2025. That humbleness should be there. So that brings the confidence. So, why there is anxiety? Don't worry about it. It happened for a good reason. I took out many people out of my life. Believe me, trust me. Sometimes a good goodbye is necessary for your growth, which we never do it. We try to hold back. So never hold back. So, like I mentioned, that learn from past and move ahead with focusing on these three C's, and you will accomplish whatever. It's see, everything is not accomplishment. Looking for success. Success is how you take 2026 a fearlessly powerful pathway year to do anything which makes you feel doing happy. Everything is not surrounded with money or say, like I mentioned, dollar. Don't look that side. Look at the other side. Many successful professionals, they are not happy living. So the luxury is not happy living. You have to focus on your mind, which keeps you making, doing things happy doing, not revolving all the time after money. So that's my thought.
So now some people, like you said, the past should be past. They
Yeah,
shouldn't allow that to be. We should learn from it and then make adjustments
yeah,
or know how to do it better
yes,
uh, next time. But you are mentioning something else here that is, money compared to happiness.
yeah,
That money is not everything,
yeah,
which is quite obvious. Now with 2026, many people have during the past year, you have economic hardship, the change of administration, of course, consumer confidence went down. Some businesses were struggling, especially in the beginning of the year. Like anytime there's a change of government, we don't
yes,
know what's going to happen.
yeah,
Many people where there's this, the downsizing in
yeah,
government jobs. We have seen that happen. Families are struggling with food insecurity, and all of
absolutely.
these things happening in 2025.
Yes.
Um, Now, what are the ways that you think perhaps people who've been through that, and of course now things started moving a little bit. We have seen the changes. I do real estate, so I in the real estate market the interest rates started coming down, and more buyers are looking to buy homes compared to the beginning last year. By this time, after the
Mhm.
mid of 2025. So as the consumers' confidence grow, um, what do you think? What do you expect, or what do you think there should be people in those kind of sectors, in like businesses, like people who are relying on making a better living? What should they be doing to embrace 2026? How should they be embracing that? Because do you think like there will be some positive things happening moving forward, or you think we're going back to the, what we experienced in the beginning of last year?
Well, like I always mention,
Mm.
always remain positive. Life is ups and down businesses. I know we had a tough time 2025, change of government, administration, a lot of closures and people losing job. It's quite a bit difficult. But did
Okay.
we learn anything out of it? We should learn something. That
Yeah,
means we should
people
always,
learn different things.
no, we should always be ready for the rainy days.
Okay, can you explain that, the rainy days?
Well, are we, because we are always chasing and looking for comfort, luxury,
Okay.
in the limelight, spotlight, in glitters, glory, fantasy. Have we ever thought that if I lose, what will happen?
So that means we should be prepared for for the unfortunate, or for the dark days in case.
Absolutely. Like I mentioned, everyone has to be within his or her own capacity.
So in that sense, you mean everybody should I mean be, what do you call it? I forgot the terminology, but cut clothes according to your size.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Because,
spend within your means,
yeah, spend within
and
your means. You should
save
have
save
enough
save save
saving.
save
Yeah, yeah, enough
save
saving.
for the rainy days.
Yes.
So this is something that we should incorporate in our 2026 plans.
We never
Yeah.
think that. We never think that. When we lose, we learn. We learn the importance.
But
But
some people can say that they don't have enough to save for the rainy days. They don't make enough. They have no potential like you and some other person might have. So what is your advice to those people?
see, there are endless opportunities. You can build up your own
Where?
skill. You can build up your own skill. Life is a learning. I have seen
So
people.
I think we have to have a separate session on that because
Yes,
there are some people
yes,
who
yes.
don't
We can
know
have.
how.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
because
yes,
building up your own skills is another avenue that some people might wanna explore
yeah,
because they don't know
yeah,
the simple step how to do that. So maybe we have a special session on that because that's kind of broad a little bit.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, we
Yeah,
can have.
but I like that idea. You should have different investment portfolios, and then not only depending on working paycheck to paycheck, and we're gonna have also a session on paycheck to paycheck.
Yes,
Um, I have a whole lot of I wrote a whole lot of stuff about the reason why people are living paycheck to paycheck. I
yeah,
have given speeches on that. So I think that's gonna be another because that's very relatable to our audience. And some people don't even know how they could live off from paycheck to paycheck. There's simple tricks that are
yes,
out there that can be applied. Although you have to be disciplined to do them. It cannot just be like it's like a discipline process because if I give you some of those tips that has helped me to overcome that issue, then you will think I'm crazy. Why am I doing that? But those are disciplines. If you're
yeah,
not disciplined, you can't. But we will come to that. Those two areas we will come to skill this thing, and we will save that for another day, another
sure,
week.
sure.
And it's a lot of topics in the pipeline that our audience would be definitely interested in. Like I said, we are yourself and I. We are vastly involved with a lot of areas that gonna really really excite our audience. But let's keep the focus on 2026. Now, some people also had a bad relationship. Okay, during 2025, some people would tell you, and I'm pretty sure some of our audience would think maybe we are talking about them because they can relate to this. And anybody who thinks like probably we know your story, that's not the case here. We just generally looking at things, and you probably might fit yourself into that's the purpose of the program, so you probably can be beneficial. But what is your advice, or what is your uh, uh take on those who had unfortunate relationships? Their relationship end up uphill battles. Some has to go through divorce, some has to go through separations, and of course, having to have a really really hard time with their partners. What do you think how they should be embraced in 2026? You know, to make it different, to make it better for them
Absolutely. So, like I mentioned, some goodbyes are essential in life.
in
So
a
we can't,
relationship.
yes, some goodbyes, professional as well
I'm
as
like,
personal. You have to
mm,
have that
give me
confidence.
more. Mm,
You have to have that confidence to do
okay.
that. But
But
sometimes
some, yeah, how can
we
that how
like
it's this is a feel emotional thing. It's not
like
like
emotional.
a confidence.
No,
Like if you are in
no,
love,
no, no,
how can you
no,
have a
no.
confidence?
Yeah, as a counselor, I do counsel for
You did
certain.
counseling, okay, okay.
Yeah, I do. So if we can have a different session on that as well.
Hmm.
Okay. So, what I'm trying
Mhm.
to tell is here that some goodbyes are essential. Don't hold it, which is making you stuck. Because some goodbyes are essential for you to move ahead in life. And you will realize when you have that confidence to do that. Never be fearful to be alone because that gives you the strength to superpower yourself, to stand by yourself, to have that confidence to move ahead, to take that decision not based on others. And you can step forward in life. It could be, again, professional
So
and
what about having to give an advice that they probably should go back and work it out? Those who have uphill battle with their relationships, I mean, to give it another chance, because 2026 should be optimistic year. We should be making things possible that are impossible. What about exploiting that avenue? Isn't that not something that you can advise some of these people?
yeah, for that, I guess we can have another counseling session. If anyone is in that situation and unable to make the decision, still holding it, because then you are having that heavy baggage. Never, you can never move ahead in life with the heavy baggage. I always give this advice, my tip to everyone, just leave it because it's a general thinking. When you have a heavy luggage, can you be free? You can't. You
No,
think
no,
this
I
is a
understand. I understand. But what I'm saying is that some relationships, yes, you can let go, but some is there's a potential to work it out. It might be some little bit misunderstanding, or might be some like emotional misplacement, or misplacement of priorities or so forth. It could be something little, right? Just but when you talk it over, the resource might be different. So what I'm saying is that, of course, if it is not fixable, you have to let it go. That's the ultimate, or that's the last resolution. But what about if it's fixable? Shouldn't it be given another chance to work out itself?
I told you, one of the three C's, clarity. Talk it out. And if still it doesn't settle down, then you have Smiley. They can reach out to me because I can counsel and I
Okay.
can
So
transform.
you
Yeah,
okay, definitely. So if you are looking to something about your relationship and then you need some assistance, Dr. Smiley is right here. Is here with us in this show. So reach out to her and then she will definitely be open for that. Now we were gonna have a session on that as well. We're gonna have a session on many many things,
yeah,
specifically in those areas.
yeah.
Um, but um, but just to keep the topic, because we have about 10 minutes to go, to keep the
Sure.
topic, aligned with
Yes,
2026 resolution. So we talk
yes,
about relationship. We're talking about the changes in like in the with the way people are doing in terms of opportunities, and then work wise, and of also businesses and so forth. Now, as a human society, uh, we are seeing a lot of things happening, within our communities, within our society, especially when it comes to we've seen violence, drugs, and kids are not very difficult nowadays to manage or to kind of raise. um Now with this internet world, with this Facebook and TikTok, and all of those things are uncontrollable. What do you think there should be moving forward in 2026, that we should look at, or we should embrace when it comes to bringing up our kids in terms of this environment, this social media environment?
Well, like I mentioned, this is itself a really good topic which we can take widely. But in a short, like I
Mhm.
mentioned again, that the good control starts from your own home. The
How?
sustainability starts, the education starts from your own home.
Okay.
So try to educate
Okay.
prior. Because
Educate
if
on what?
you are the reflection, the parents are the reflection
Okay.
to be in this world. I know it's very difficult to raise kids nowadays in this particular environment.
Very, very.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
But like
Especially
I mentioned, yeah,
if you have more than two,
yeah,
now it becomes more and more even difficult. Yeah.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Again, see one
So
of
what are
these.
the what are some of the things, what are some of the things you would you probably would, advise parents to do in terms of social media with their children? I mean, like, just throw out some of the things that perhaps will be 2026 will be something that will help parents when it comes to social media involvement with their children, because we're gonna have a topic again. We're gonna have a discussion in different topics. It's a lot as we speak. It's a lot because I've seen people nowadays, they spend more time within their phone than within with their family members, even family members together. When we have Thanksgiving, we have dinners. You know, the kids never. You can't even barely talk to them. Even ourselves, you have friends over, everybody is on their phone. It's like the phone is your friend now. It's not like Dr. Smiley. It's not like Dr. Momodou. It's not like anybody else. So we are in the same room, but we are not communicating because we have something already. We have our friend. You see, I'm sitting here, the phone is right here. I'm pretty sure your phone is next to you. This is our best buddies, 24/7. Isn't that insane? I mean, what has that taken away from us? So, do you know what my this year, and this is not a resolution, but my this year approach is to sometimes forget every other hour, to forget about this for 1 hour. If you call me, no wonder no wonder why you've been calling me and texting me. Sometimes you don't get me. That's my strategy now. When I go to bed, I turn it off. 8 hours, I have no business with this. If you call me those 8 hours, it could be an emergency call. Hey, good luck on that. So this is the way we need to move. We need to move back. This is supposed to be social media and phones and internet. This is supposed to be a problem solving um, media or system, not like a life consuming system. Now this become life consuming. I mean, you don't talk to anybody except this. Every minute Facebook, every second TikTok, every second Instagram. You don't have time as a human being. At the end of the year, by the time you know, we are all disconnected. So what is your take on 2026? Yeah, what we should be doing different when it comes to social media, even among ourselves and among our children.
Well, like I always mention, I'm not into this category to take my device everywhere. You have to be self disciplined because
What do you
you
mean?
are.
What do you mean to take your device every day?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm a person. I'm highly disciplined.
You
I
don't you
know
don't use
myself.
you don't have your phone next to you all the time?
No,
Is that what he's saying?
no. I
Okay,
said
so
it
tell us,
aside. Yeah,
tell us how you do it.
yeah. That's a secret.
What is the
That's a
secret?
secret because there are certain health hazards which you do not understand today, tomorrow, but when it hits you hard, oh my goodness, I didn't know about this. It was just I was carrying in my own pocket. That's what it is. So I learned, like I mentioned, I'm a very self disciplined person. So I know before it hits me hard. I have my setup time to engage myself on the phone, on the social media, not 24 hours. Sorry, sorry, sorry. So you need to have that self discipline when you be a role model, person in and around, whether it's your kid or anyone, see you doing that is a kind of lesson to them. If my mom, if my
So how
dad,
many
if
how many
my,
hours a day
if,
do you have your phone?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry,
How many hours a day how many hours a day do you have your phone next to you?
only, only during working hours. I open up, I turn on my device in the morning. I'm not an early riser because I'm on a global media, social media and global platform. So I go off to bed very late, but I have my 8 hours complete sleep. I open up the device probably at 12 or 11:30 to 12, and there is a break. I'm not all the time. And when I wake up, I don't immediately turn on my device. No, I have my daily stuff to take care of myself comes first. Because it's a
Mm.
health hazard when you wake up in the morning and you are turning on your device and your eyes goes absolutely focused on the device. That's a health hazard. So I keep it
Okay.
away. Things can wait. There is no
Things can wait.
emergency.
Yes.
Things can wait. I'm not in rush. I'm not in rush. And then I'm not all the time on my device. When it is
Yeah.
needed, I do it. I have my meal on time. I have my commitments made. If it is over the phone, that's fine. My calls and all, I can't ignore. I'm on schedule. I check that, right? When it is not needed, it's in the sleeping mode. It's not all the time in my wallet. I'm moving with that wherever I go. If I get
So
any
so so
notifications, it's
so,
okay.
so important calls you could miss, right?
No, I get a notification. And then, I can come over and check that out. Well, what I'm trying to tell you is that device is not my essential. I prioritize myself. I self discipline myself because others, these things can wait, can wait. There is no emergency unless there is, right? That,
Hmm.
that I put it out, right? Okay, that I don't ignore. Probably an emergency call from my parents. I can't ignore that. That could be off hours. That is not that I am glued to the device. It's my parents. I need to attend no matter what time is it. Right? So
Hmm.
that is my priority. But others can wait. I go as per my schedule and all. So, not that every time, like I mentioned, that you are wasting your time on the device scrolling and on the social media. Social media is not your family. In case of emergency, social media is not gonna turn you, help you.
Hmm.
Only your own people, your parents, will
Hmm.
come for your rescue, or probably in need of assistance. So
Mhm.
why? Again, one of the C, clarity. This you have to put up in your mind that social media is not gonna feed you, is not gonna turn you, is not gonna be beside you. You are just being impressing others unless it is needed. It is essential to be on the social media. That's important. You need to attend a call or a meeting, a webinar, a conference. You need to, set up your emails. You have to check. You have to be. And your work. I
Mhm.
understand that, but that's not on the social media. You are working. So why you waste your time on the social media? So bring that clarity to yourself. How much time you waste? That
Mhm.
time you put on yourself and your family, your parents, people who need you. And that's one of the lesson, like I mentioned, that before I wrap up today's session, I would like to give my piece of advice which I learned in 2025, a stepping stone for everyone to head in a blissful 2026. So this is one of it as well. We are not understanding how much time we are wasting on this, and
Yeah.
it's a health hazard. You're not understanding this. The radiation is dangerous, and your
Yeah.
focus, your mind loses your clarity. You shut down one day your device. You see, you have so much of time for yourself. You can do bunch of your work. You are in peace. You do that. Give it a try. My advice to everyone, give it a try.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah.
And you see and come back and tell me.
And then especially during the night time, it's very essential.
It's,
Because when
you
once you are
should
sleeping,
never, yeah, you should never keep your device near your bedside. It's a big no no. You
yeah.
should turn it off. Number three, you should skip the radiation 2 hours before heading out to bed. Do you realize that? No,
Mhm.
we are on the device. We are on the device. Shut it down. Go to sleep. It's a health hazard. You are not sleeping. You are sleeping with that radiation. Why do
Yeah.
we say
Mother.
that never eat and go to bed? You should give 2 hours time to digest the food and then go off to bed.
Tell them to turn off their phones to bring them. Mm. Yeah.
So there is always a big reason, and there are research
Mhm.
being done, but we are not realizing it. So here is my voice to amplify all these essentials. If you have not taken it, take it now. It's never too late, but never make it too late that
Yeah.
you can reverse.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Smiley. I think this definitely brings us to the end of the program on our our big target, which is the 2026. Some of the things that we can change. I think we have mentioned social media, of course, especially the electronic devices that Dr. Smiley just ended with. Very strong and powerful message to kind of disconnect with them and then at least only use them for work purpose and also to just to check. Nobody said don't go to social media, but just don't spend the whole time, suffering through, that radiation that could disconnect from humanity, from your family, from loved ones. And then, you become addicted to the system. You become a companion to the system. That is psychologically very, very bad to you health wise. And at the same time, it's radiation, a lot of radiation, especially at night when you are going to sleep and you have your brain connected to this device. that is gonna really be could really cause you more and more harm. So this is why this is not, this technology is not cute. It's not cute. You think that this is cute or this is advanced, we are advanced. No. I mean, back in the days, our great grandfathers, they never had this. Look at how long they live. Look at how much, they barely get sick those days.
Yeah.
So we need to look into this carefully. And also, it's what these three C's that she mentioned, which is the courage. Um, what is the second one? I keep forgetting
Clarity.
it. Clarity and confidence. We have to factor that in everything that we do, especially if we have, set goals and targets. These three things would kind of be a framework that will get us through the year by having these three attributes: courage, clarity, and confidence to guide us through our goals. I know a lot of us do have resolutions, yeah, but the problem with the resolution is that it dies out as the year goes. Like, like my experience with people going to the gym, to the point that I barely could find a treadmill to use, or even a place to even lift weights, because too many people. But guess what? Give it just a couple of months, it will die down, because this is just the natural phenomenon of New Year's. People just have, this is what I want to do. I want to gain more, gain and lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do that. So, in order for you to definitely um, have those resolution, internalize, you have to have these three components Dr. Smiley highlighted to us, um, which is courage, uh, clarity, and then confidence. And also, like we discussed, that we are transitioning from hard time during last year, financial market, things has changed in the beginning of the change of government. With all this, we should just learn, and be prepared for the rainy days. We mentioned that. Like, whilst you are working, try to save money, so you can make some investments, so that when things are going haywire, or you are going uphill battle financially or opportunity wise, there's still some savings or somewhere that you can utilize to assist yourself. So these are all things that 2026 we can change. What has passed, we cannot bring it back, but we just have to learn from it. So we cannot also let that hold us as people. So what we have to do is embrace 2026 with new attitude, with optimism, with courage, with energy, with vision, with clarity, with confidence, with perseverance mindset, with being in a good mood, and be blessed that we are here, because there are some people who are with us, they never made it to 2026. And stay healthy and focus, and then definitely 2026 will be also deliver a better version of 2025. So with that, I will let uh, Smiley give us the conclusion of this program, and then we can call it a day for today. But we have tons of program coming next week and weeks after, God willing. So we look forward for your comments, your engagement. Follow Dr. Smiley. Dr. Smiley will give his page information, sorry, her page information. And we at New Global Media, we are always here. We are a online newspaper. We have reporters doing their work in the back end. And again, we have these shows going on, um, you know, twice or three times a week within our platform. So follow us and give us a comment. Whatever you comment about, we will bring it to the next program. And Dr. Smiley and myself would be grateful to answer any question. We are not, genius in anything. We are just human beings who have different experiences, different background, came from different school of thoughts, and we just bring this program to engage, educate, and be here with you in enlightening the society globally. It is not limited to only one area. It is a global platform, global, people we want to reach out to talk about global things that is affecting everybody across the world. So thank you, Smiley, and give us your final word.
Well, like I mentioned, that before I wrap up, I will give the piece of advice which I learned from 2025 for
Yeah.
everyone to take a kind of a takeaway. Many of it sounds a little difficult, but they are being experienced by me. All right. Number one is trust the timing. Everything happens for a good reason.
Yes.
So be be well disciplined in order to have that patience. Make yourself a priority. Never make yourself an option because everything can wait, but you remain in focus who you are, and self care is very important. Another one, if it makes you happy, keep it private. It's not necessary to celebrate in the crowd. Some celebrations can be in silent and peaceful in harmony. And never waste your time with people who do not value you. Don't ever. Because the next time you leave the table, you are a topic to gossip. Last but not the least, like I mentioned, some goodbyes are essential in life. So never regret to lose your heart, personal, professional, because they will elevate your growth as you gonna be free and relieved with no heavy luggage to move forward in this year blissfully, powerfully, fearlessly, and more importantly, smilingly, staying and connected every week on this show. Stay always blessed.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Those are powerful, powerful ending. And I hope our audience will definitely enjoy this. And definitely we'll be back here with some of the topics on our list. So the list goes on, but so far we have social media effects topic, we have relationship topic, we have cultural diversity, we have paycheck to paycheck topic, we have raising a family as a single parents, we have mental health, and the list goes on. A lot of topics to come, weeks follows, God willing. So Dr. Smiley and I would definitely walk this topic through, and then we will be here on a weekly basis to educate, engage, and definitely be part of each other's life. Thank you so much, and we look forward. Have a wonderful one, and then again, Happy New Year's.
Absolutely, absolutely. We will be back with the audience again, bouncing back. With and now and we are also let's not forget that we are open for any topic which our audience would love to
Talk
hear
about
from us.
definitely. Take care, Dr. Smiley. Yeah. Have a
Thank,
wonderful night.
thank you,
Take care.
thank you,
All right.
thank you
Take
as
care.
always.
Thank you. Bye.